So welcome to the channel. This is Queen Elizabeth Country Park, and yes, it's my local where I film a lot of my stuff, but that's what it's all about. And this was the biggest ride I've done in quite some time up here in a group. We had 8 people turn up in total, so even though I say 7, there was another guy that turned up, and we just had an absolutely brilliant time. The trails are running absolutely perfectly at the moment, given the fact it's January and it's still winter. It was just absolutely amazing.
All right. This is like the re-sculpted Burmese. Bit of effort got into the jumps and stuff, and like put the berms back into it, which just makes it flow so much better. Because it was just like torn up before, really. Loads of guys behind us today, big, well I say big, the biggest for a long time group ride. About 5 of us, with another 2 coming out a bit later. This is just such a good run of conditions. As I'm filming, this was mid-January, you know, it's just like, wow. And there we go.
This trail is called Wiggle Waggle. What I like about this on this particular day is I set myself a new personal record. Now I'm not going to say times, I only ever compete against myself, but it's quite technical in the way that it's very pedally, lots of routes, there's obstacles to negotiate, and then when you get to the later stages of the trail, there's a couple of gaps, there's a road gap, little jumps here and there, and some nice sharp switchbacks to negotiate. So it's got plenty of stuff in there to keep you interested throughout, and when you get to the bottom, if you've done it right, you should be quite out of breath as well, because it's quite a long trail. So this is the group I'm making my way through the centre of, and the reason I wanted to take the lead on this one, it's because everybody's at their own sort of skill and speed level, so it's quite worthwhile having a conversation before you start heading down the trail to make sure everybody's comfortable where they're placed in the group. So you might not necessarily want the slowest person at the front in some instances, you might want the fastest person there, and just putting people where they're comfortable riding, because the last thing you want in a group ride in particular is to get to the bottom of the trail and a couple of people feel that they didn't quite get the best out of the trail for the effort that it takes to get there. So have that conversation, because it's definitely worth doing, and everybody can get to the bottom with a smile on their face.
That was sweet. Oh my god, off camber, off camber.
Thought I'd run this particular trail as well with the GoPro 7 on the helmet, just to see how the viewing angles compare between the chesty and the helmet. And although it's slower on the helmet for sure, it does give you that sense of the obstacles because it's higher up. So I actually quite like this angle, but it doesn't apply to a lot of my riding because, like I say, it does make it look more slow.
Oh, that'll do. Oh.
So this trail is fairly new for me. I've only ridden it 3 times. I wanted to get a better time on this, just like I say, better my own time. And I certainly did that, but I'm still getting used to a lot of stuff because it's fairly loose given the conditions at the minute. And when I get to the switchbacks, I've just got to build on my technique to get around those a lot quicker. But that's why I do this, practice it, session it, and I will inevitably get quicker. But it's a great trail, we all got to the bottom, absolutely love this one.
Oh, I like that. Nice. He's all over it like a tramp on chips now. Look at that. Oh, rough.
So as we're going down the blue, which was the final descent of the day, somebody did come off, seriously hurt themselves, medical team were there, and this guy had broken a collarbone and a couple of ribs. And it's just because people have got to be a bit more cautious going down here. It is a blue, that table there, people are just taking it all wrong and unfortunately getting injured. So just if you ride this trail, take it easy.
That's not a good sight, is it?
I hope you like what you've seen. Like I say, I wasn't going to produce a video, but we had such a good day out, I felt the need to. So give it a thumbs up if you like, throw your comments in down below, and of course it'd be brilliant if you subscribe. So I'll see you for the next one.